Amanda. Alright, so good morning. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. And I have a very raspy voice as well, so I apologize too. We're gonna make something with the silly safari because it's just super cute. And I can't resist cute animals. So, how was your weekend, Amanda? Hey, Marsky. My boys are maybe not going to bug us today. I have just taken out fresh, hot bedding. So they are all snuggled on the bed in nice toasty blankies. So I had Tori all weekend. It was my sister-in-law's birthday, so they went away and Tori and I got to have a slumber party. Sorry. And so we stayed up late, watched some cartoons, had treats, did lots of crafting, of course, and we played some games. And then yesterday we went to one of our favorite farmer markets, and we're under a heat advisory right now. And on our way back from the market, the car said it was 31 degrees. And then when we got back home, the computer said it was 28. So either way, it was way too hot and gross. And then we ate lots of treats. I still have some left. And yeah, it was lots of fun. And then last night, because it's a school night, we went to bed early, and I also needed to be in bed early. I was pretty tired and sore, and so I was reading her bedtime story, and I said after, because said it was bedtime earlier than normal, I said we can watch one cartoon after we read our stories. And I only got through the first one and like a half of the second one before she was out sleeping. So that is probably good for her in school and stuff. But we saved the book that I really wanted to read till the end. So we didn't really get to read it that much. But it was still fun. Good for school. And then she slept until... She was asleep before 7:30. Like quarter after 7-ish. And then she woke up at 7. So hopefully that will balance out the slumber party hardy. And then this morning I had to get her ready for school. Made her lunch. And then I had to do her hair, which I'm not very good at hair. Obviously, I've always hated hair. I used to have extremely long hair and I hated it. And now I have just a little hair, which is much better. And so I did it in some braids. She really loves braids because of Elsa. And, so I tried to do that. And then we vacuumed. Cleaned up all of the mess. The paper. She loves getting to use my special scissors for fussy cutting. And she's actually getting really good at fussy cutting. But she doesn't do it in one continuous cut. Like, you're supposed to move the paper and not, like, chomp down. But she does that a lot. So there's so many little slivers of paper everywhere. So I had to vacuum, took out the garbage, recycling. Then I have done 2 loads of laundry and a load of dishes. Phoned the doctor's office, was on hold for a while. Filled out some government forms to see if we can get approved for the new dental plan. And it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna crash and burn at some point today. Cause, you know, I think I want this one. Yeah, so I have like no voice. I think that's one of the hardest parts, is that I'm not a huge, like, I love socializing, but I'm not really good at the just continuous talking. And she loves to talk, and she loves to play, and she just constantly, and so I constantly have to talk. And my voice is like, no thanks, we don't want to talk. Amanda didn't do much. Hi, Sally. And then Oscar and O'Malley were so excited for her to be there. They definitely love that Tori. So we were at the market yesterday, and like I said, it was so hot. It was, you know, between 28 and 31, depending where we were checking. And there were way too many dogs out. And I love dogs. And I always want to snuggle every dog. And I did, but I felt bad each time I did, because those doggies were just so hot. And it was on grass, so it's not like it was on total cement, but still. It was after lunch, you know, that hottest point of the day. No shade, with the exception of the tents of the vendors. So has anyone taken advantage of the Stamping Up buy one get one sale? I decided to get I'm gonna get the boho suite. Tori's gonna love the rainbows, and I'm intrigued by it. I don't know, I really like the sun and the shapes. I think it's gonna be really kind of cool, but yeah, unique a little bit. The paper's interesting. And then I got one of the flower bundles. I didn't go for the full suite. My cousin ordered some Christmas in July cards, so that is going to be my goal for today. Finishing them up. And then I have to make, oh, that's crumb cake. I need to decide and then make some cards for my team meeting. I'm either gonna do, well, originally I thought I would do something from Silly Safari or the Feathered Friends. But I'm also loving the Pier set. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And technically it has animals. It is fish. So we'll see which one I decide on. Can't go wrong with either of the three. They're all beautiful. I haven't seen a lot done with the pier yet. I've seen a few safaris and lots of birds. In that case, I'm always like, do you showcase something that, you know, isn't, you know, that's a sleeper? Because then it brings people to be like, oh yeah, maybe I do need this one. Or do you use something that's popular and just show people how they can utilize it more? I'm gonna so zone out. I'm getting tired. We ordered pizza for dinner one night, and then we did breakfast for dinner the other night. I love breakfast for dinner. I just love breakfast. I can eat pancakes, whipped cream, and bacon and fruit anytime. But we did pizza the other day. We did pizza as well. So I had pizza for lunch and dinner. I'm not cooking. I'm not going to be able to stand. I got really dizzy this morning, and I actually got warning, which is something that is not, it's not happening all the time, but it is happening a little bit more now that I got some new meds, which is nice. And so I was wrapping Tori up in a burrito and chomping her, adding the pillows as her cheese and her sour cream. And then I was eating it, because that's what you do with burritos. But one end, you know, tasted a little funny, because there must have been some toe jam. And anyway, so I was playing with her, and then I picked up her clothes that she needed to change into after. And I just got so dizzy, so I went to sit down, and I was leaning over the bed. And she thought I was still playing, and so she lifted up my head and she's like, hey, it's not nap time. And I was like, Tori, give me a moment. And then she was like, oh, okay, auntie. And then she sat there while my head was laying on the bed, and she started just petting me, sat with me and petted me. It was like, one hand you're like, this is adorable and thank you and so incredibly sweet. On the other hand, you're like, I'm not a dog. Although I do show more affection towards a dog or a cat. Yeah, she found out that I don't like hugs. I'm a space bubble person. And I guess someone was talking about it, so she overheard. And she's like, Auntie, you don't like hugs? I'm like, no. Not really. And she goes, I love to hug you. I'm like, I will hug you, Tori. It's okay. I will never say no to you or to any kid. If a kid needs a hug, a kid needs a hug. But yeah, it's just not my favorite thing. And she's like, oh, okay, Auntie, I'm glad. Because I had a moment of just being really stressed out that I wasn't going to be able to hug you anymore. I was like, aw. That's pretty sweet. Alright, coloring done, fussy cutting done. There's 2 pieces of paper. There you go. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I gotta do some more paperwork this afternoon. see. I'm going to try. We'll see how it works. Oops. I moved my blocks over to the opposite side so that Tori would be able to get them. Because when we're in the zone, right? You don't want to be bugged. Be like, get this, get that. So I was like, alright, I'm going to move them. But now, it's like, wait a second. Where are they? My oldest grandgirl does not like hugging. Her mom and dad, yeah. Alright, we're gonna do Hakuna Matata in pumpkin. I'm gonna do the strips in black. And then I'm gonna do this in gray. I'm going for a Crotozone shot in my shoulder this afternoon. Ooh. I hope that helps. Alright. I have an idea. Can't promise it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, so actually I want to go doink. Can you see? Oh, sorry, I'm not up high enough. Right, I'm just gonna make her own little. And I totally went a little crooked. Fix that up. I have a couple of shows to watch. It was on June 6th is D-Day anniversary, and there was a few. A few shows done. Specials. So I just got a big long piece of hair. Which one had the hair? I think it was that one. Nope, cannot stay safe or straight today. Okay, so then I probably want to go. Whoops. Off. I like the fact that the doctors can call you now, because if one, you're not like well enough, but two, if you can't drive, getting to the doctor's appointment And then waiting. Some doctors take longer than others, and some are on time. My doctor's never on time. Ever on time. In fact, if we only have to wait 45 minutes, that's generally on time for him. So, I called this morning and was like, can I change my appointment to a phone call, please? Because what do you think? Are we liking this? Not sure. We'll finish it. Because, you know, brain power takes effort. Swing myself up. You can always remind me if I'm going too low. So, what is your favorite safari animal? I think mine is tied between monkeys and any form of cats. Of course, I love all of them. Oh, I was only supposed to do one for this one. To match that one. So that's what happens when you're talking and not paying attention. Giraffes. Nice. You know, out of all of the animals in the world, I feel like safari animals I kind of have like the most sympathy for, because it's just so dry, and their whole purpose of moving around is just literally for water. And because of like climate change and stuff, water is becoming scarce. And I was actually watching this guy, and he literally rides around, I think in South Africa, I could be wrong though, and he literally just fills up water holes with water because the animals weren't getting enough. Oh, that's not like that. I was watching, it's Orca Week or Orca Month this month, but next month is Shark Week, and so some of the shark shows are being replayed. So I was watching a couple, and I had to make sure, of course, I wasn't watching one that people got eaten or bitten. Predatory. But we were watching one, and she got really involved and really like into it, which was really cool and fun. And then we watched another one about some whales, and I can't remember what else we watched besides cartoons. But it was funny because at dinner time, we bought the stuffy, so she got a stuffy, and she's like, oh, Auntie, look, I got this cool shark, just like the video we were watching. And I'm like, that's not a shark, that's a whale. And she says, no, it's a shark. And my mom agreed it was a shark. And I said, no, it's a whale. And then my dad was like, no, it's a whale. And so if you were on my personal friend page. We brought the debate to Facebook because, you know, what better way than deciding who is right or wrong by having the debate on Facebook. And so I said, you know, I think it, you know, some of us think it's a whale, someone thinks it's a shark. And every single person essentially said it was a dolphin, which is hilarious because I did not give you a dolphin as an option to vote for. It was really funny. Okay, I need a circle or something. And I'm being lazy, so let's see if we have one. It's on up. Yeah. I still think it's a whale, personally. Oh, it's in here, maybe. So I'm just trying to find a circle. I'm like pretty sure I have some circles. Oh, I have one circle left, but it's very big. No, that's gonna drown. All of that for nothing. Alright, what kind of DSP do we have here? What DSP can we work with? I really do like this piece of paper. Alright, I'm gonna cut a circle out quickly. So I'm just over on the side here, chilling out with the die cutter. It's amazing how many things are so sticky. Kids are so gross. That took way more effort than it should have. Circle number 1. Circle number 2. So I bought Tori cheap purple glue because she was using this and it was a disaster. And then she's using the purple ones and they're also a little disastrous. And so I have in my Amazon shopping cart a pack of double-sided tape that she is going to be able to use. That hopefully not be quite as messy. And although it will probably be a little more expensive in the long run, I feel like it's gonna be worth it to not have the glue mess. Because it was very messy. So, like that maybe. And I'm gonna go leaf. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I like that. Good morning, Allie. We are working with Silly Safari. And I had Tori all weekend, so I'm tired. And now I'm out of stories. I think I've said everything we did. How was your weekend, Allie? Did you do anything? Anything cool? I'm not sure where exactly I had posted that. Stuck it. What words? It's water year long. Yeah, it's crazy how many fires there are already. I mean, it's theoretically not summer. Yeah, it does not bode well for the rest of summer. We got some fire people coming up from Mexico and I think Australia to help with the fires. Which is so cool. Like, you know, the world definitely sucks in a lot of areas. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna put it up a little bit more. Lucky to live by a creek. Oh, nice. That's cool. You know, it's horrible, of course, but I always enjoy the photos or the videos of the helicopters taking water from local creeks or pools. I don't know why. I'm just always like intrigued by that. Yeah, we have one that started on the island, and apparently it grew really big, really fast last night. And then with all of the fires from your end, it's gonna be crazy. And the pollution, just like the air quality. There we go. Alright, what sentiment should we use? Do we go with Hakuna Matata or woohoo, it's your birthday? Or thank you? Let's go thank you. I had to laugh with Tori because I was like, thank you. I was like, Tori, this set's silly. And she goes, why, Auntie? And I said, because it says Hakuna Matata, which we, of course, associate with the Lion King. And so I was like, there's no meerkats, which is what Timon was. And there's no warhogs, which is what Pumbaa was. And then she looks at me. And then she slaps her hand on her head. And just goes, Auntie, you're just too silly. And walks away from me. Whoops. I just got pumpkined. Oof. Those are tough. Did anyone try the Tip Tuesday where the lady said that you can put chapstick on the edges of the ink pad so that it can open better? I'm kind of intrigued to see if that helps. So there is a couple of them. Do not like to open. Still have no nails. They're growing better, but it makes picking things up a little tricky. Alright, I'm gonna put you there. And then it's a very simple card today, even though it's taken me 40 minutes. I'm gonna be really funny. Allie just said, no, not yet, but definitely on my mind when I came across one that's the, what were we talking about? I don't know which we're referring to. Yeah. I might need a nap. I'm not a napper, but I will not be surprised if I fall asleep at the computer tests at some point today. So, anyways, pretty simple. Oh, the sticky ink pads. Yes. Thank you. That was really lame. Alright, so really cool, really simple. It's a good way to, I really like this set with these kind of shapes, or sets with these kind of shapes, because you can make your own DSP. And I think that's really cool, especially if you're on a budget. And, you know, you can just kind of make up your own. So yeah. So. How many times do I have to say so? Alright, I'm gonna go, and, thank you for hanging out with me. Sorry it took so long for So Simpleness, but I had fun at least, so. And there's So again. Alright, I need to go to have a nap. Alright, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me.